People keep asking me this, like grief is on some kind of timer, like a crock pot is going to eventually go off. It's going to go ding. It's all done. Your work is done. That's the answer that I have. But here's the clean and simple truth. Grief, your grief, is going to last as long as it lasts. It's going to last as long as it lasts, as long as it is unprocessed. There's no amount of time. There are no months. There are no years that I can answer that. And if someone says to you it lasts 6 months, they're lying because they don't know. You've got to process the grief all the way through. You've got to give it the time that it needs. That sounds comforting. It also sounds incomplete. Time passing doesn't remove grief. What actually happens is people get better at hiding it. They get better at staying busy. They get better at avoiding it. They get better at managing the triggers. They get better at not talking about their person. They get better at pushing the feelings down. So it almost looks like they're actually doing better. But the pain is still there. It's still sitting there. And they will tell you they're doing better because they're pretending and they're lying. What actually determines how long grief will last? It comes down to this. Are you dealing with it or are you avoiding it? Period. If you're dealing with the grief, you're going to see it start to shift because grief doesn't disappear. It waits. If you're avoiding it, it's going to wait. If you avoid it, the pain stays, the loneliness stays, the questions stay. If you process it, the intensity starts to move. It starts to shift. The pressure in your body starts to ease up just a little bit. It's like a teapot. All that steam is going to come out. Once you start processing it, you can move that pressure. Your mind starts to settle down. That's not an option. I didn't give you an option. You don't get to pick one. That's how emotional processing works. When emotions are acknowledged and expressed, their intensities decrease over time. When they are suppressed, they tend to resurface and they persist. Here's the part that no one explains to you. You're not trying to wait it out. And you shouldn't be trying to wait this grief out because it will win every time. Every single time it will win. But you are learning how to feel it without running, how to talk about it, how to say their name. And you will break down when you are talking about it. Understanding what's happening in your body and your mind, dealing with what was left unsaid is so important. That's where the real healing actually happens. It's where it happens, when you can talk about it and say all the things about it. So, how long does grief last? For someone avoiding it, years, even decades. For someone doing the work, it can start to shift sooner than expected. And I would never sit here and try to put a time on it for you because I'd be wrong every single time because I don't know. It will not be gone overnight, but it will feel lighter. You will have more space if you're doing it. Less constricted pressure. You don't have a grief problem. You have a processing problem, and you need to understand that. But before you can process, you need to understand how to process. And before you can understand how to process, you got to understand what you're even processing. And once you start processing the grief, the feelings stop feeling like it's something controlling your life. It starts becoming something you can actually move through, something you can actually move with.